Welcome to New Cook. We help people who have never stepped into the kitchen begin to cook step by step. Today, we're going to make a grilled cheese sandwich using a standard oven. To make a grilled cheese sandwich, these are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need some butter, you're going to need bread, you're going to need block cheese, and that's it. Those are the only ingredients. You'll also need a cookie sheet, a butter knife, a serrated knife, and an oven mitt. The first step is to adjust the racks that are in your oven. As you can see, there are two racks in here, and you can pull them out and you can adjust them either up or down. The element that you're using is at the top of the oven, and we want the rack about 6 to 7 inches below that element. Once you've adjusted that, close the oven, and we want to turn the oven on now. There's a button for bake, there's a button for broil, and there's another one for clean. We want the broil button. Just hit the button and you'll see that it's flashing. It says high, and high means you want the top element. Just hit start. Now the element on the top of the oven is going to start to warm up, and the oven will be ready for your grilled cheese. The first step in making your grilled cheese is to butter 2 slices of bread. For this, we're going to use the butter knife, and I prefer real butter because they've actually found that it's much healthier for you than margarine, and of course it has a wonderful flavor. So we are buttering 2 sides of the bread. And laying it on the cookie sheet. From here, we just put it into the oven. You will need to watch the bread carefully, because with the broiler on, it will brown very, very quickly. In the meantime, while that's getting browned, we are going to slice some of this cheese using the serrated knife. Now, I like pepper jack and cheddar, so those are my choices for grilled cheese. But you can use any kind of cheese that you would like, and cheese comes in a wide variety of flavors. I use the block cheese instead of the already sliced cheese because, at least in my area of the country, all of the individual sliced cheese, the ones you buy that are already in slices, none of them are real cheese. It says cheese product. None of them say that they're real cheese. So I prefer to have real food in my diet. And so we cut some of these chunks, and you can see this cheddar, a little bit more crumbly. Cheese is going to vary on how it slices. You don't have to have the slices perfect. Now we want to check on the oven. Still not ready. When you have the rack lowered just a little bit, it gives you a little bit more time. If you have the rack higher in the oven, then the bread will burn much, much more quickly. So I actually keep it a little bit lower. That way, if anything distracts me, I get a phone call or anything like that, I have some time before the bread's going to burn. So we're going to wait just a second until the bread is browned. The bread is now browned, and it's ready to come out of the oven. You can see it has a nice golden color. I've taken the bread out of the oven and I have the hot pan setting on a trivet. Normally I would have just left this on the oven and assembled the sandwich there, but for filming purposes I brought it over here so you could get a clearer view. You want to flip the bread over, and mind you, it's very hot, so use one of the knives. Then we're going to take the cheese that you've sliced and you're going to lay it on the bread. And obviously different sizes, if you have a different size block of cheese, it may lay on there a little bit differently. So you assemble it like that, and then it needs to go back in the oven for just a few seconds until the cheese melts. Okay, the cheese is really good and melted, so I put my oven mitt back on. Here it is right out of the oven. Then all we do, we flip over one of these on top of the other one and move it over to our plate. Let me get this pan out of the way. Just cut the sandwich in half. Add some fresh vegetables or add some applesauce, and lunch is ready. This is grilled cheese, cheddar, and pepper jack. Thanks for stopping by The New Cook.